What's going on, everybody? Kasabe here with a short little video tutorial today on how to create custom teams in franchise mode. You can either do one team or you can do up to 30. I have a 30 team custom franchise file myself, so it takes a lot of time and effort if you want to do it that way, since right now there is no real way to share teams from user to user, so everything has to be built from scratch or by downloading stuff from the logo vault. But to do that, you can either continue or start a new franchise. If you are continuing a franchise, I'll tell you how to do that because there's only a specific time in the season that you can go to that. But otherwise, if you're starting a new franchise and you picked your rosters, you're going to get a screen like this with all 30 MLB teams. And next to the team that you have highlighted, it has a button that says Replace with Custom Team. So you hit R1 there. You can either create or load an existing team that you might already have. I have 30 save files, like I said, and I'll show you how to do both. But if you're creating from scratch, you're just starting off, it's going to bring you to a screen that looks like Diamond Dynasty, where you can edit your team details. It has the logo vault that you can download logos from, or the shape editor if you want to build one from scratch right then and there. The uniforms, you can adjust the jerseys, pants, hats, catcher's gear, manager uniforms, etc. So again, for the logo editor, for those of you who don't know, you can change the logos on your hats, the front of your jerseys, the jackets that the managers and pitchers wear. That's about it, aside from like the main logo, the one that you select that's going to show up on all the graphics packages. There's also stadium select here, so you can pick any of the MLB team stadiums, classic stadiums, spring training stuff, minor leagues. Whatever you want to do, just know that if you're doing a full 30 teams, there's only 24 minor league stadiums. So if you didn't want to use the MLB stadiums, you're probably going to have to double up on a couple of the minor league ones, or you're going to have to use the classic stadiums. Just as a fair warning, Polo Grounds is included. So once you have created your team, you've edited their details, you added the audio for the team's location, nickname if it's available, what you're going to want to do is hit options to finish, and it'll ask, do you want to export this team so you can save it for later? It's highly recommended. That way, if you're doing all 30, you can just save one team at a time, take a break. You don't have to do all 30 right in a row. You can just do like 5 today, 5 tomorrow. You know, just kind of pace yourself. So just hit yes, save it as a file. Again, you can do up to 30 saves. I'm just going to hit no for the purpose of this video. But once you've created your teams, you're going to hit R1 again. Load an existing team. I'm just going to do one at random here for my franchise. So this is the Outlaws. Make sure that whatever team you're replacing, you do want in that division. So like Outlaws would be playing the Royals, Tigers, etc. So if you do a 30 team custom franchise, make sure you have it spaced out which teams you want playing whoever. But from there, you just hit advance. It does the regular franchise stuff from there. You want the fantasy draft, GM contracts, all of that fun stuff, and you get into the franchise mode. Everything should already be rebranded. Now the thing about this is if you create a team, you only have home and away uniforms, so it does not go to the uniform select screen. It's just going to give you by default your home or away uniforms based on where you're playing the game next. Now, the important thing to know is if you have a franchise pre-existing and you want to rebrand your team, you can only do so during the off-season. So to demonstrate, I simulated a season just past the World Series. You can see here it's November 5th. That's where you go to this screen right here that says Rebrand Team. And it'll bring you to the same exact screen from before where it has the details, the logo editor, stadium, uniforms, all that fun stuff. Again, you can only do this during the off-season. If you have a franchise that's in the middle of the season, you're going to have to play to the end or simulate to the end before you can get to this screen. So just to recap one more time, if you were at the main menu, you can go to franchise mode, start a new one, select your rosters, replace the custom team by hitting R1 with whatever team that you'd like. Select a different one this time, so this is the Pioneers. And you just do that for every single team here, or just the one if you're wanting to just change things up and still play against the MLB teams. So hopefully this video helps you out. I do hope in the future that San Diego Studios decides to make a created team vault, similar like, you know, you can download other people's rosters and players and whatnot. It would be really time efficient to create a team and then have somebody else be able to use it. I did try manipulating the game files to share with friends, and that did not work. So at this point, you can only create them from scratch, but I hope for the vaults in a future edition of the show. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next tip video.